gonna be mostly a cleanup day, honestly. I'm gonna try to clean up the engine bay. Well, I was gonna clean the engine bay, clean the interior, and clean the trunk, but the trunk, I took these panels off for now. Like I said, I'm gonna try to show you guys every little step. I don't care how boring it is. Alright, got trash can out. Spare came out. It was a pain in the ass. The thing was filled with water, so I pulled the plug out. This is all just surface rust. I believe I have some like cleaner type fucking shit that you can remove all this stuff with. Make it easier. You can just scrape it off. So I might have to let that soak, and then I'm gonna come in here with air blow and a vacuum, and then just blow this shit out. That way it's a little cleaner back here. Like I said, I'm gonna remove all the convertible's top accessories, so that pump's gonna come off. Everything else convertible top related is coming out permanently. I did find some tools. Found this. I thought it was a snap-on at first because it said, I saw it like that, and I was like, that's not a snap-on, but would have been cool though, right? And I found a spark plug socket. So yeah, this is how the interior looks. Alright, so it's a little cleaner in here. It's still dirty. This was kind of like the first round of cleaning, I guess. I'm almost I'll probably be done here, back here for now. I do want to fix this surface rust issue before it gets. So I need to push down a little lever in here because we don't got the actual latch. But I think my brother has some latches, which we might have to steal from him. Actually, he's a Jew, so he probably saw it to me. But I just want we got this. This is over here. What the fuck is this? Oh, here's the handle. Might be able to make it work. I don't know what the hell this is. By the way, I think if I haven't mentioned already, this is my first Vert. I've only had S13s most of my life, and I've only had one S13 hatch, and that was short-lived. So we got that. Oh, here's a rust spot. Here's one of them, so I'm going to cut this shit out and then kind of hope for the best, honestly. I got the bolt for that. Hopefully none of everything else is rusty too hard. Like I said, this is not like a really... End of the day, I want this to be kind of like a cruiser. This is the other rust spot too. So figured I'd show you guys that. I have a vision for a badass cruiser, but I'll start by removing all this interior. All this shit's just straight up trash. Check out the seats. You guys can see how much dust is in this thing. Watch. Look at this. I will be washing these and then rocking them temporarily. This is the bin of parts we're keeping. Everything else is in the trash, honestly. It's not the right bit, but it worked, I guess. Definitely not the right bit, but it's working. fuck that one up. The fuck? Working on another piece of shit. Yeah. Alright, so the one thing off camera that I did was remove the center console, but that was just literally lifted up. So now it's kind of weird seeing a convertible because there's all these reinforcements over here that I've never realized, I guess. And this thing has water damage for sure, but I wonder if the speakers even work. I wonder if anything fucking works, but like I said, I'm going to delete the top permanently. And then I'll figure out a way around it. But now I'm going to vacuum the inside of here. And hopefully it's a little better. And go from there. Because this shit looks pretty bad, honestly. This might be the worst chassis I've ever started with, personally, myself. Alright, so I've been trying to figure out how to take off this top. So far I've seen these two 13. I don't know, they're supposed to be 13 or somebody just put 13s in there, but there's 13s in there. We'll do that on both sides. Got the speaker moved out of the way. I'm probably just going to cut the fabric across the edge just for the sake of this being easier, and then see if it comes off. And that'll probably be a stopping point for today. And the more I tear this car apart, the more rust I find, honestly. It's surface rust, but some of it might be kind of serious, like in that corner right there. That shit might be bad, but I'm going to take apart these 13s off. We'll take off these 13s and see if that's it. Hopefully. Alright, so I might have to go and study this up a little bit, because I don't think it's just those two 13 mils. Looks like there's a whole other bracket down there that goes to the some kind of, probably that hydraulic pump in the back. So yeah, I'm gonna go figure that out. But I think we did. Actually, we didn't do that much today. A lot of cleaning, but I mean, we'll slowly get this sorted out. I might just continue just working on this. Leave the engine bay for last, but yeah, that's a little rust spot right there. Hopefully none of that other shit's serious. Like, that looks pretty bad. There's some over there. Obviously this car's been not taken care of with the top down. Alright, so I guess it was just those two bolts I showed you guys earlier, the ones that were through the speaker. So yeah, I took those bolts off, and then I had to actually pry on it. It was a pry bar, pretty big, pretty long. And then it broke loose, and then it was about to come off. Realized the hydraulic lines, I'm assuming they're for the fluid. Those right there. They were still attached, so I just cut them. Cause like I said, I want to make this I want to get that fiberglass coupe top for it eventually at one point. So yeah, and then I realized once I had both sides off that it was still attached via the back. Which I'm assuming if it's anything like the Miata, it's probably bolts underneath this thing. But honestly, I just cut the fabric because it was already ripped anyways, and I'm not going to put this back on. So yeah, I'm about to pull it off right now. Wasn't that big of a deal once I figured out that you actually just have to pry on this bracket, which I ended up taking off on this side because it wouldn't budge. So that side's still intact because I just locked the fuck in on that side. So yeah, I'm about to pull shit off and see what this shit looks like. Alright, so the top is off now. And the more I work on this Vert, just keep finding more rust. There's a big old fucking hole over there. Which, by the way, how the fuck are we supposed to get to these coilovers? I'm assuming this cap just comes off, or does this whole bracket tree come off, or you guys just cut it out? I don't fucking know. But yeah, the more I look at it, this might be a drift car project, honestly. I said I don't mind like the fact that it's all rusted out and shit, but I've definitely seen worse. I've seen people fix worse. But yeah, I might just make this into like a little drift car or something. I do have the most of the manual swap except for the drive shaft. So we might do that if this China doesn't blow up. If the motor's good, it's still a win. If it's not, then it's kind of a win. Like, I don't really mind. It's got it pretty cheap overall. So yeah, I got it pretty cheap overall, so I don't mind it being like a long-term project, kind of rusted out shithole. But yeah, I'm gonna look into a little more of this bracing. I don't know if you could just cut it off or whatever. Weld the cage in this bitch, or what the hell. But it looks like the rust spots are gonna be right there, which is probably where all the water collected from the top not working. Right here too. And then there's the one right there, and then the one on that side too, on the tunnel. But yeah, this is gonna be a project. Definitely might gut it. Show some of the interior parts and shit. See what happens. I'm gonna start deleting all this ABS. I mean, not the ABS, just pump for the top, I'm assuming. Delete all those lines, get them out of the fucking way. Seat belts in the back going out. No one ever sits back there. But yeah, should be a pretty nice drift car though. Maybe? I don't know. So that's that. Pump is out of the way now. I believe at this point I am going to probably blow everything out again. I'm probably going to roll it outside. And at this point, I'm going to start working on the motor. Seeing if I can get it to run, turn over or something. Might need to take out the fuel pump, because you know that shit's going to be rusted as shit. And then I'm going to start working over here. So from now on, I feel like I'm at the, this is kind of a thing I do. I kind of just bounce back and forth between projects, so I don't kind of get doesn't get repetitive. Like how I bounce from the trunk to the interior. Now I'm gonna be bouncing over here to the engine bay. Hopefully it's not too hacked up. The wiring harness does look like it's fucked up, but I do have a spare harness, so that should be good. And I'm gonna start deleting all the unnecessary bullshit. AC is coming off, compressor, all that stuff. All the emission stuff is coming off. Show you guys how I delete all that stuff, I guess. Other than that, I think everything's good. Brake lines should be good for now. I would normally do the ABS delete kit or the simplified lines. I do have a dizzy, that's good. But yeah, hopefully this thing's not in horrible condition. But yeah, that'll probably be next time.